This is the peroxide bleach blonde. This is a psychopath. She's walking in circles, stalking in the path, in engineered light. Okay. This is gang stalking where you live. She's going to a mental asylum because of her mental illness that is clearly exhibited, meaning her mind state becomes a part of the controversy. By the way, that's axiomatic where you're gang stalking. Gang stalking is a pattern of conduct by a mentally ill population, and their condition is that they're demon possessed. Provide evidence regarding your mental illness by virtue of running in circles in a living room, for never going to sleep and engaging in something very disturbing, such as stalking in an apartment where you live, another person in an apartment underneath you, and stalking from room to room, in an environment where the environment is, in an environment where the light source and the engineered light is facilitating very psychotic behavior, which is shared by demons who are pacing around. Their upright shadows are appearing, like you see the shadow of the chair. They're upright, they're monitoring with this demon that's running in circles like a dog with rabies. Okay, infected, sick in the head, confused, violent and aggressive, dangerous. That's the demon possessed. And this, again, license 5WUV715. You've seen her walking under the fake sun in the middle of the afternoon. You see the fake sun this morning at 9:51 in the morning. You see the fake sun rising here at 7:18 in the morning. You see the fake sun setting here at 6:27 in the evening. You see the demons who are the Ontario police gang stalking in helicopter, flying at a higher elevation than the fake sun that's sitting on the roof of the same apartment complex. This is the evidence that's putting the people of the state in apartment 55 in a mental asylum. And this is how the people of the state and the state, you're stalking in helicopters, you can look forward to federal prison or a mental asylum. And that's by virtue, literally, the criminal conduct itself is making your mindset, your mental state, a part of the controversy in your federal prosecution. This demon has stopped moving around because the demon knows that I'm documenting on video. Walking around in the apartment will never cause the walls and the ceiling to crack. Walking outside will never create your upright shadow moving across the patio doors and walls. Driving outside will never cause sunlight to move across surfaces. These are demons engaging in psychological torture, and the whole property is going to be prosecuted. And the demons in units 33 through 64 who are under a fake sun, that is the intention to engage in the elements of monitoring. This same sex offender, a mentally ill psychopath, gang stalking me on behalf of the demons who are a police department in the city, is monitoring my genitalia in that bathroom. Okay? This is ongoing terrorism while a mentally disturbed demon who does not appreciate or recognize how she's going to be treated when she is prosecuted. She's going to be treated like the monster that she is, acting toward the permanent demise that is trying to murder and kidnap me, and having the audacity to continue to do it on a 24-hour basis on behalf of the state. Understand that that audacity is shared by a population of demons who know that the fake sun is remaining over me, and those that are living off of, for example, Euclid and 8th Street in Ontario, off of Mountain Avenue and 5th Street in Ontario, off of Foothill Boulevard, nowhere near Woodside Senior Apartments, they're going to be prosecuted. They share impunity. They share malice. The entire city is gang stalking. The exclusivity of the sun, which as a matter of evidence, the asininity of the demons who are very highly inept intellectually, keep a fake sun over this strip of property, and the whole city is going to be prosecuted because the whole city is gang stalking while the fake sun remains over me. With the demon that's providing evidence against all of them, and a demon who herself is going to a mental asylum. Okay, this is, again, impunity. I've been documenting on the document entitled WSA-The People, and then understand that the demon inside of this apartment, conversing, walking in and out, smiling, talking, is monitoring me. That's diabolical malice. Also worthy of a mental asylum, and that's exactly where that third party is going. This is apartment number 51. This is the impossible light activity. This is the same exact light activity you see in the dark. You see it in the morning, you see it in the middle of the day, you see it still at 3:49 p.m., distinct in color from the engineered light. None of this is the sun, but you're looking at what is the maintenance of engineered light, while a demon, engineered light, is pacing around on the ceiling where this demon is like a rabid dog, running around in circles, monitoring. As I move around in the apartment, as I touch my devices, okay, as I type any documentation, somebody that is exhibiting their need for a mental asylum continuously is engaging in gang stalking. Under what is a covered structure is not sunlight, but engineered light. Not only is sunlight not going to appear underneath a covered structure like this, the sun is not going to be stationary at the same location. This is, again, while you're isolating the venue, it's 3:49, it's 3:50. At 9:51 in the morning, this is the same apartment. You're looking at the light source. This is the evidence of a mentally ill population who's gang stalking with a psychopath. And they're monitoring, knowing exactly where I'm at while they walk by, and their upright shadows are appearing on this, just like you see the chair. The demons that are monitoring me, they walk by with their shadows moving by with simultaneity to my conduct, simultaneity to my documentation, simultaneity to whatever it is that I'm doing in the apartment. That's called stalking with light activity, stalking with audible activity. Why this demon? All right, it's the chief means of amplification where the gang stalkers are at an apartment complex. The demons that are at the city hall right now, off of B Street, they're being documented. There's no sun in Ontario. The city of Ontario is gang stalking while a fake sun remains over me over this strip of property at Woodside Senior Apartments. It's not over the entire property of Woodside. It's over this strip of property in alignment with my person, in alignment to the apartment where I am situated on the property. It's very, very specific. At no point in the day was the sun ever, nor is it going to be, in Los Angeles over the Woodside Senior Apartments. Speaking to the same entity that is the Los Angeles Police Department, that's Los Angeles County, that's the state of California. This is the city of Ontario, the Ontario Police Department, in other words, the state of California, gang stalking. The entire property of Alvarado Gardens, all of those demons, all 59 units, they're all going to federal prison. Every single last one. And being the property manager, I had the ability to identify everybody's name, all the occupants, any children that are going to be removed from the custody. The people of the state at Woodside Senior Apartments are going to be treated in the same way. You are no less of a monster because you're 55 and older. In fact, they are more practiced in wickedness. They are equally engaged and invested in murdering and kidnapping someone. And the very foolish conduct of mentally ill people doing so in an environment that the world is going to recognize so that you can understand who Satan uses. And Satan, contrary to what he wants you to do, is not discriminating on race, physical handicap, on your socioeconomic status, on any of those things. It's all irrelevant. He just wants the vessel. And Satan has somebody so deceived. This demon, this bleach blonde demon, is going to a mental asylum for the rest of her life while you're looking at impossible light activity on the wall, still stationary, on the couch, covering the patio, on the ceiling. Okay, and you're also looking at what is engineered as I move my arm. Okay, this is P.O.C. Remember where the entity has engineered this wall as well. This is a specific environment inside of the apartment where a sex offense by the city of Ontario, by the state of California, is underway. It's a molestation. It's also speaking to constructive presence of the state who know what you're doing as you do it. And you have people behaving like animals in need of medical attention, in other words, and that's exactly what she's going to get. It's exactly what she's going to get. But that has no business being in law enforcement. That has no business being on the government council, the city council. That has no business working for fire departments. No business working, driving EMTs, operating ambulances. All right. That has no business practicing law. That has no business flying commercial planes, working even at airports, having access to children, practicing witchcraft. Inherent sexual violence are those that practice witchcraft. Okay. It is currently, again, 3:54 p.m. Here's the fake sun at the same location where I captured it. I'm inside of the same apartment where it was at 9:51 in the morning. And the engineered light was shooting through the peephole on the kitchen wall. And then I captured it at 12:39. That same peephole engineered light was shooting onto this bookcase. This is the same exact property. It's the same front door. It's the same P.O.C. We're ongoing terrorism and harassment as an entity. Okay? A low-income housing recipient is gang stalking with that government and is going to a mental asylum, and no other domestic terrorists from here forth will be receiving any housing benefits. They're going to find themselves homeless because no government is going to pay her rent, especially with a criminal record, if she gets released from a mental asylum. It is currently 3:54 p.m. This is criminal activity by the state. Crossing path is light activity creation, and they intentionally and knowingly do so. That's understanding the mental illness of the demon-possessed, the malicious population who are not ignorant of the fake sun they're walking under. And remember, on the sidewalk and on all the walls, they're monitoring you maliciously, don't have to talk to you, don't have to address you, while they're walking in and all of that colorful light activity on the walls and all over the ground. That's understanding the malice, those that are maliciously working with the government that wants to falsely depict that target individual that doesn't have all the evidence that you're witnessing. That's P.O.C. It's currently 3:55 p.m.